also go to the gym every day. Do you shower every day? Let me be very clear. This is not a question about hair washing. I am not asking if you wash your hair every day because I know you don't. Neither do I. We've all agreed that we don't wash our hair every day. But do you shower every day? Because I don't shower every day that I work out. I don't really care if that's normal or not. But it would feel really good to know that other people also don't shower every day. Yeah. Because I'm gonna get in my bed and I worked out for 45 minutes today and I'm not gonna shower. I'm gonna go back to the gym tomorrow morning at 7:30. So like, who's the shower for? The person who's not in my bed with me? I put on a clean shirt and clean underwear and I wash my face and brush my teeth. Why do I need to shower? In all honesty, Jade, I know you're gonna come from me, so I'm preparing myself.
Cause you walking around smelling like culo and like stank chocha. Okay, don't tell me no. Don't tell me no. Cause she's trying to say that her clica don't stink. Okay, that her culo don't stink. Okay, you over here going to the gym, working out, walking around outside. You smell like outside and culo and chocha all together.
There's a saying that cleanliness is next to godliness. So I don't see why people come out in the public internet and say they don't have a shower every day. The bath twice a week. How does that even sound? You smell like, even if you don't bring everything to the internet. There are some things that you keep private. You don't bring all your dirty habits to the internet and for the public. It's already wrong to not even have a bath every day because it's just normal hygiene. It's a way to keep yourself clean. It's our body, it's your body. It's a way to take care of your skin. It's a way to take care of yourself. So not having a shower every day and being proud of it, it tells a lot. Let's have a look at this video together.
A week is the average person showering, because I understand you're only supposed to wash your hair like 2 or 3 times a week, and so I probably wash my hair once to twice a week. But then here's the kicker, and I don't want any judgment because it's a judgment-free zone because this is TikTok. I shower about twice a week. Day 9 of showering every day until I somehow enjoy it. I think y'all are onto something. Because I showered last night before going to my boyfriend's house, and this morning I went to Pilates, and normally I would not shower after Pilates because I don't really sweat, and you know, I don't have a lot of time, whatever, and I would just put dry shampoo in as I did and wash my face and move on with my life. Today I'm like, what do you mean I'm not gonna shower before work? Suddenly I'm like thinking, they didn't do it yet, thinking about a 2 shower a day, being a 2 shower a day girl, because you start normalizing it, which is, I realized maybe what happened to me with the showering, or the non-showering, is that I started to normalize non-showering, and I didn't really feel disgusting because it was the way I felt every day. And now that I've been clean, I'm like, should I do this twice? I'm starting to wonder if y'all have tricked me, trained me. So I didn't know how often people were showering, right? Like, I live alone, I don't have any siblings, etc. I just like didn't know what people were doing. So I asked from a very honest place, like, how many times a week are y'all showering? This is how many times a week I'm showering. But the really cool thing about free will, because like, I wasn't asking to get in a fight. I'm not trying to convince y'all to only shower twice a week. Y'all do you do it however much you want. But the really cool thing about free will and being an adult is you get to make your own choices. Like, I want chocolate for dinner, I get to have chocolate for dinner. I want to shower twice a week, I get to shower twice a week. And if I hate something, I don't have to do it. If I don't like laundry, I can send it out to get done. If I don't want to clean my house, I can hire someone to do it. If I don't want a dog, I don't have to have one, right? Like, that's what being an adult and having free will is. And I personally hate showering that much. I'm not debating that I could be cleaner. Like, that's not up for debate. I'm not debating that probably what I do isn't average. I'm just admitting, like, that's how much I hate it.
We all are adults, and being an adult means you are fully responsible for all your actions. You have a say to decide on what you want and what you don't want. But as an adult, you should be able to have a shower because the body will be more dirty, it will stink more, the sweating, I don't know, like it's the infantry for me. And to be so proud, to think she actually has a boyfriend, and the boyfriend is in support of this behavior, means they have a likeness to this. Why would you entertain this kind of habits? Not having a bath every day, you will literally stink. There's nothing you can tell me about it. You will literally stink. Like, you don't sweat much, so you feel there's no need to have a shower. This is just a matter of being a good hygiene. I think the issue I'm having here is these people actually think it's okay to overshare. Keep some things to yourself. Keep it private. If you choose not to have a shower the whole of the year, keep it to yourself. you feel is right, though you know very well it's wrong. And on top of it all, she has literally pulled and dragged the black people into this. She claims that the reason why black people have their bath, have the shower every day, like twice a day if possible, is because of their history. They were slaves and they were made to understand they need to have a shower twice a day. It's so absurd. Is it a must to always bring the black people into every conversation that is related to the white people?
If I say this the wrong way, I'm going to try and do this in the most politically correct and kind and sensitive way. I truly agree with this statement. I think cleanliness is cultural. Why? Because I think that people who are of a darker skin tone were hundreds of years ago told that they were dirty. Obviously, that's completely racist and a terrible thing to say, but I think that it became embedded in that culture to always be clean and fresh, etc. You think about people of brown or black skin working in fields, working as slaves, etc. Whereas white people were never told that unless they were like of a lower class or like blue collar worker. I'm not saying I agree with any of this, and I realize that this is going to probably piss a lot of people off that I'm saying this, but I'm really trying to do this from perspective. I think there's a lot of hate in this comment because when I think back to my parents are both white, my dad's British. My dad literally sometimes showers once a week. He's a 6'4" white British man. He's never been called dirty in his entire life. He's never been told that he was dirty. He's never been told that his skin made him dirty. My mom literally probably showers 2 to 3 times a week. I just think this is a really eye-opening comment, and I think that it's 1000% spot on. Just something to think about.
So this is actually very weird. This is actually very funny to think that she could actually be so bold in coming out loud and coming to say this things. It's unreasonable. If you feel you don't want to have a shower every now and then, it's fine. It's yours. It's your habit. But it's disgusting. Truth be told. You smell like a rotten egg. Do you get what I'm saying? Having a shower is like a basic hygiene for yourself, for your body. Why would you be so ashamed to clean up yourself, to look at yourself? It's your body, girl. You should be proud to clean yourself up. A lot of people have reacted to this on TikTok, and I want us to see their reactions. People had a lot to say about this lady's video.
Twice a week because of my depression and my ADHD, which I struggle with both, along with OCD and anxiety. Like physical act, like getting in the shower, it makes my skin crawl, and I'm okay with that being my cross to bear. The idea of showering is just not really something I'm focused on. I combine ADHD and OCD.
Funny enough, having a bath does not exceed above 15 minutes. Some people have their bath in 5 minutes. Me, if I go into the bathroom in 5 minutes, I'm done. Except if maybe I want to really be pampering my skin and pampering myself. There's no big deal to having a shower. Why would you be so feel so irritated because you're having a shower, because you have the water pouring on your skin? Girl, there's a towel to always clean you up and dry you up. This is very funny.
It means that I have a lot of issues with things being done in different orders. I actually don't think showering twice a week is that disgusting. If you think about it, it's once every 3 days. When I'm gonna sound weird, and I don't know if this is a white people thing or a me thing or an OCD thing, but I hate being wet. I absolutely hate being wet. I get uncomfortable when I'm wet. I get uncomfortable when I sweat. Much so that I stopped going to the gym that I was going to because it was a HIIT class and that would make me sweat, and I didn't like that. And now I just do only Pilates. The honesty, y'all that are showering 2 to 3 times a day, I don't have the time. Where do you guys get the time? Also, because I don't want to waste skincare products or hair products, etc., then I'd have to redo all my skincare or my makeup.
So she has a problem trying to redo her makeup, to redo her skincare, because if she have a shower, everything will be cleaned off. If the body smells, if people cannot breathe when they are around you, will you not be ashamed of yourself? It's not going to feel embarrassing for you that people feel you stink. Some people, when they are beside you, you just feel like you are suffocating, you can't breathe, because they don't take good care of themselves. Once they lift their hands up, the armpit is smelling. Then now imagine not even having a shower at all. If you can afford to do your skincare, if you can spend as much of time on your skincare and your makeup, why don't you take out at least 10 minutes out to have a shower? And you'll see, you'll smell very good.
Or my hair. I truly don't believe all of y'all are showering every single day.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I even know amongst my friend group that not every single person showers every single day.
Funky because you grew up seeing your parents be funky. And the reason they didn't smell each other is because y'all were funky together, so you didn't tell each other. And then we got to white people are inherently clean and have never been told they're dirty, and black people have been told they're dirty since before slavery, and that's why they shower. No, actually, Africans taught the Europeans how to wash their ass, so y'all were not plagued by disease. But leave you to tell it is the other way around. Not one time have I jumped in the shower thinking, oh my God, white people think black people are dirty, let me take a shower. My grandmother never got in a shower thinking white people think she's dirty. I grew up watching my grandma take 2 showers a day. My son is 6 years old. And by your math, my 6-year-old son has taken more showers in his lifetime than probably you, your mother, and your father combined. Was foundationally flawed from the beginning, because you don't actually have a reason why you take 2 showers a day other than you grew up watching your parents be funky, therefore you're funky. Because you can't say it's because of that, then say it's ADHD, then say it's your OCD, then say, oh, you don't like to be wet. Cleanliness is cultural argument doesn't work. It's flawed. And you assuming every black person has any type of history with slavery is crazy. That's not factual either. There are a lot of white people on here who wants me to let you know they do not fucking agree with you. And they shower more than once or twice a week.
I shower about twice a week.
So I gotta say this. That white woman who proudly admitted she only washes her ass twice a week, girl, I dare you go buy a white washcloth, use some antibacterial soap, and scrub in between your cheeks. I want to see what that rag looks like after. And then she really got on here talking about people with darker skin wash more because they were told they were dirty. No, ma'am, we were never dirty. Think about it. If we were so dirty, why were our ancestors nursing your babies? Why were we cooking your food? Why were we cleaning your houses? Clearly, y'all trusted us with everything. So let's be real, that stereotype about being dirty is projection. If anything, y'all the ones people say smell like wet dogs, like pennies, like mildew, that didn't come out of nowhere. At the end of the day, hygiene is basic. Wash every day, use soap, use a washcloth, scrub, and please do something about that hair smell too. It's 2025, there's no excuse to be bragging about being musty.
Did a white woman get on this internet and start a discourse about how apparently it is a cultural thing that white people don't wash their ass enough? I swear to God, a lot of y'all white women, y'all say whatever comes to your mind, especially once you pass the age of 30. Y'all have zero filter at that point. And then she said, oh, well, I only shower 2 days a week. So the other days of the week, you don't at least like grab a towel, some soap and some water and wash up, especially down there, so you don't smell rancid to people. Ugh. And then she implied that it was a cultural thing. So she got the whole world thinking that white people just walk around smelling like hot armpit with a side of no hope. I used to work with this white teacher who would use the 45 minutes that we would get for a break to go run around the neighborhood. And she would even change to an outfit for it. So I'd be sitting there wondering, did she even have time to like clean up afterwards? Like, ugh. My thing is, going back to the original video, what even prompted her to go and say that? Like, and just admit it to the internet? Like, the world? Why?
Like,
There was literally no reason for her to go and say that or admit it to the world. But not only did she do it, but then she implied that basically everybody else of the same ethnicity does the same thing. It's a cultural thing. That's crazy. And also, going out and being amongst people without at least like washing up is insane. That's disgusting and completely inconsiderate. And the thing is, hell, I had a point where I didn't want to bathe and do all of that when I was a pubescent 12-year-old that didn't care. Like, you're an adult and just admitting that to the world. Why? This entire situation and everything about this just reeks, pun intended, of not caring about your fellow person at all. Not only are you being inconsiderate by not bathing 5 out of the 7 days of the week, but you are also being inconsiderate by implying that it's a cultural thing, so everybody thinks that white people just do this. That one TikToker on here is absolutely right. Y'all aren't scared of shit.
I am very sure all white people are not like this lady. It's very important to keep a good hygiene. Imagine an adult not having a shower, and it's important to wash up down there. Imagine if you don't do that. Like, how horrible would you smell? You smell like a rotten egg. Even if you don't want to bathe twice a day, at least once a day. That's not even enough, because you are going out. The dust, the sweat, the body will just be clinging. I can't sleep well if I don't shower in the night. So these are arguments that the black people are used to having a shower because they are told to do that. I can't remember anyone telling me to go and have a shower before I go to bed. It's my body. I'm the one that will feel uncomfortable if I smell. You need to smell yourself. You need to know how you smell to know how other people will smell you. Like, I don't know.
That it became embedded in that culture to always be clean and fresh, etc. You think about people of brown or black skin working in fields, working as slaves, etc. Whereas white people were never told that unless they were like of a lower class or like blue collar worker.
This all started by this lady coming and making a video saying that she only bathes herself 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm sure you can guess what the comments were like. So her logic is that black people have better hygiene and cleaning routines because we're used to being dirty from working in the fields, specifically darker toned black folks are apparently used to being told that their skin is dirty, so they clean themselves more, I guess, so their skin's not dirty. So her excuse to being dirty is to pull black folks into why we have better hygiene routines. It sounds so stupid when I say this out of my mouth. I can't even make it make sense to even explain to y'all. To be in the year of 2025 and say that racism is not alive and well, you're delusional as fuck, because it's clear as day. I can't even make this up. And at first, I'm like, am I being rage baited right now? This has to be rage bait. But no, this lady is standing 10 toes down on the fact that cleanliness is cultural. And it makes sense to her because her dad is a 6'4" white British man who only showered once a week and had never been called dirty in his entire life. I guarantee you that man had been called dirty once or twice. Are y'all okay? Because anyway, I just had to share that because I'm so befuddled anyway.
Great example of unconscious racism and white privilege.
I agree with the statement. I think cleanliness is cultural. Why? Because I think that people who are of a darker skin tone were hundreds of years ago told that they were dirty. Now, obviously that's completely racist and a terrible thing to say, but I think that it became embedded in that culture to always be clean and fresh, etc. You think about people.
Now, I genuinely think that she's not trying to be racist, and this is why I think it's unconscious. And it is unconscious because she thinks that our bathing practices are tied to the way white people treated us during the slave era, when that could be the furthest from the truth. It's unconscious, and she's living in her white privilege because she never really did her due diligence to learn about bathing practices in the African diaspora or even before African people were colonized. Now, if you want to know the bathing practices of African people before they were colonized, that's a whole nother video. But I just need people to know that it is a privilege to think that this is the narrative of our history and how we bathe. I saw some other videos where she posted that like the dermatology industry says that it's okay to bathe 3 times a week. And again, it's the privilege of not having to look into the fact that the dermatology industry is solely focused around white skin, and they don't often look into or study black skin. So of course, if you Google this, you're going to see information that says, and that is related to white skin, not black skin. Like if the dermatology industry was based off of all skins, maybe we would see a different story on that Google search that you made. But again, it's a privilege that there was a whole dermatology system developed around your skin. The fact that you don't even have to like think about that, and the fact that you didn't have to like think about learning about bathing practices of black people because all your life you've been told that your bathing practices are the correct bathing practices. Even like the idea that we got our bathing practices through trauma is racist, because that's not true. And it implies that your bathing practices are the right bathing practices, and we just started bathing this way just because of what happened to us, when that's false. So there it is, people. An example of white privilege and unconscious racism.
How many times a week is the average person showering?
Well, it's 7 days in a week, so 7 at the minimum.
Because I understand you're only supposed to wash your hair like 2 or 3 times a week, and...
Excuse me? See, this is I say, white folks, some of you liberals are never beating allegations. So when they say stuff, sometimes they be true, the EBT community, that is. Because some of y'all play right into that shit.
So I probably wash my hair 1 to 2 a week. But and here's the kicker, and I don't want any judgment because it's a judgment-free zone, because this is TikTok.
This is not Planet Fitness. We are judging you.
I shower about 2 a week.
I shower twice a day. Twice a week.
And look, I think I look fine.
You may look fine. How do you smell? The smell part is the problem that we have with the lack of showering or bathing at that is.
How often are we showering? Just like, can y'all be honest with me, level with me? Like, what do I need to fix this?
You should shower every day, at least once a day, preferably twice a day. I hope this helps.
All I would say is it's a wrong practice to not have a shower at least once a day. It's normal to have a shower twice a day, but if it's too much for you, at least once a day, because you need to take care of yourself, you need to take care of your body. This is not a white or a black thing, and it's not everything that slavery has to do with. So this lady do not have an argument on this, insisting that the black people have a shower more because of their history with slavery. That is actually bullshit. I just feel it is just good to have a good hygiene, to take good care of yourself, to take good care of your body. I want to know what you all think in the comments section. Till then, I'll see you in the next one. To this.